Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So yeah, let's go to the admin panel.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. The admin panel is at the bottom of the menu.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, you are able to access the admin panel because you are an admin, all right? And the staff or the technicians that you have appointed into the Comodo 1 level will only be able to access the staff panel, all right? So the admin and you, the
Okay.
account admin, can view the settings of your service desk. All right. So the very first thing that you're going to see as soon as you go to the admin panel is the help desk URL, which is the address that you should provide to your clients so they can create their tickets. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's go first to the dashboard. Um, I showed this to Patrick yesterday, but this is actually just the same with the dashboard in the staff panel. So if you go to the dashboard on top,
In the staff panel
no, in the dashboard on top,
on top.
and you go to the dashboard, yep. This dashboard is exactly the same as what you see into the staff panel. All right. So both of this
Okay.
screen, both of this panel just have this dashboard. So if you're an admin, you'll still be able to see the dashboard into the staff panel. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
notifications. Go ahead and click notifications. Just below the dashboard. Okay, so this one is where you will see all the tickets that came in to your service desk portal, and we have 5 different ways of getting the ticket. One is by the automated result of ITSM. You know, when you're creating a what do you call this, the monitoring profiles, where you can, for example, set up to monitor the machines. Uh, if the CPU usage goes above 75% for 5 minutes, then you will get an alert, right? So
Yeah.
that's the first one. Second is by the help desk URL. That's, I guess, the wintis.servicedesk.comodo.com. That's in the settings earlier. The other one is via the ITSM agent or the Comodo client communication. That is in the system tray. If you click the system tray icon at the bottom, you have the Comodo client communication installed in this machine.
No, I don't have a system.
Oh, okay. But if you have the Comodo client communication installed to your machine, you will see that icon on the system tray. And if you right-click on that system tray, you will have the option there to submit a ticket. All right?
Okay.
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 So that's a third option. Next option is by sending an email to the portal. Okay, so or sorry, sending
Okay.
an email to an email address that you set up into your portal. So that's email fetching, and I discussed that to Patrick to our previous conversation, and you can just watch the video to see that. All right, and the last
All
one
right.
is creating your ticket directly from the portal. So in the staff panel, you have the option there to create new ticket. Okay. All right. So yeah, everything that comes in, it will go to the notifications, and you will just be able to filter here what are, for example, the tickets that came in for the day, for the last week, for the last month. So just for monitoring purposes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's the ticket that I was talking about under the tickets menu. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So let's go down now to
Yeah.
the admin panel again. Okay. And then let's go to the company first. Okay. So under the company, we have here the company information, your landing page, offline page, and default thank you page. You can actually modify this or customize it, and also put your own logo to the help desk URL. So if you scroll down a bit, that one, you can put your logo there. So can you open a new tab and then go to your help desk URL? I think that's wintis.servicedesk.comodo.com.
Here. Hello.
Yeah, no, not this one. Can you go back to the admin panel? Click the admin panel at the bottom. No, no, on that page. On the other tab. What happened? No, no. Go back to the admin panel. Yep, there. So that's, can you scroll up? Yeah, that's wintis.servicedesk.comodo.com.
Okay.
Okay, so that logo on top, if you want to change that, that's under the company. Okay,
All right.
all right. So let's go back to there. And also the offline page that it talks about down there. No, no, let's go to the company in the settings menu. Okay, there you go. So we have the landing, the offline, and the thank you page. So the landing page is, of course, that one that the only or the very first thing that the customer will see as soon as they log in to wintis.servicedesk.comodo.com. All right.
Like this page, right?
Yeah, that is the landing page. The offline page, if you put the system offline, then that's a thing that they're going to see. For example, you wanna put the website offline. For example, if there's a holiday, or if you're going, or if your office is closing during the weekend, so you can turn it offline if ever that you don't want to accept any tickets. Okay.
All right.
The default thank you page is the page that is going to show up as soon as or after the creation of the ticket. All right. So you can also customize that.
All
That's
right.
under the manage and then site pages, but we'll get into that. All right. So let's go to the system now. Settings and then system. Okay. So this is where you can put the help desk status online or offline, the help desk URL, the help desk name or title. So actually, I'm not going to have to discuss each and one of the setting here. Some of the setting here has this, or actually most of the setting here has this question mark right beside each field.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you hover your mouse there, it's going to show you what it is for. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm just going to go through the important stuff per menu. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. Okay, so this is the date and time options. The time zone that it's going to follow is the time zone that you have set up to your Comodo One settings. You know how to set that up in the Comodo One, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that's the time zone that it's going to follow, and you can put like a business hour. So if the for example you put 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., that means that the help desk website is only up from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. your time zone. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so that's the like the operating hours. So next is the tickets. Okay, so for the tickets, this is where you will see all the settings for the ticket itself, like the ticket IDs that is going to be generated every time that there's a ticket created. So it can be in sequential order or random order. Okay, and
Okay.
the default SLA or service level agreement, you can actually change that up, but that's under the manage section. I'm going to show you that later, and I can see that you have created one already. But yeah, so yeah, let's scroll down a bit.
Hello.
Yep, I'm here. Okay, so actually all of the settings here is for the tickets. So yeah, there's nothing else that I'm going to show you here. So let's go to the emails. Okay, so under the emails, this is where you will see the settings for the email addresses that you have created here in your portal. So right now, by default, you should have your Comodo One email address as the default email address. Okay, but if you add more emails under the emails menu, that's where you can change the default template set, the default system email, and the default alert email. Now, this is where you can enable the email fetching. Remember, I told you earlier that you can create a ticket by sending an email to a specific email address. So what you're going to have to do here is you can set up an email using IMAP or POP. So every email that comes in to that email address will automatically create a ticket for you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so basically this is just where you will enable the setting. But to set that up, that's under the emails. We'll get into that after this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so um, let's go now to the axis. By the way, do you have any questions so far? I'm sorry?
Hello.
Yeah, does anyone have
I
any?
was I was observing what was the ongoing the
Um,
outgoing
sorry,
emails.
you're breaking up.
What's the purpose for? Hello.
Hello, yeah, you're breaking up.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah. I was saying that I see outgoing emails here.
right. Yeah, so
Yeah. What's the purpose for?
Because in the service desk portal, you also have the ability to send out emails. So basically respond back to your clients. Also, if you're going to send out announcement to everyone, as you can see, we have the announcement menu into the ITSM, or sorry, into the service desk, just under the staff menu. Announcements, yep. So
Okay.
yeah, so we have an ability to send out emails. All right, so if you're adding an email here, it isn't actually necessary to set up the outgoing email every time, but if there is a specific email address that you prefer to send out emails to your clients, then you can set that up, okay? But by default,
Okay.
it's using I think it's the sd-no reply at servicedesk.comodo.com. Or you
Yeah.
know what,
Yeah.
sd-no reply at c1notifications.com. That's the email address,
Yeah.
okay? But that is
Mm.
if you just want to, you know, to set up a different email address. Okay?
All right.
Okay. All right. So do you have any questions so far?
No, we can continue.
Okay, great. Let's go now to the access. Okay, so for this one, we have a very few setting here. And the very important thing here is the require registration and login to create tickets. So this is to control the people that is accessing your website and that is creating a ticket for you. So if there's going to be like a prank user that is always creating a ticket for you, then it can require login. So it'll be hard for him to create a ticket every time because it requires a registration. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is also where you can, control the excessive logins, the user session timeouts, and so on. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So now let's go to the knowledge base. Okay, so we only have two settings here, the knowledge base status and the conned responses. So basically it's just allowing your staff members to access the knowledge base and the canned responses. Okay? So this is,
Okay. So like clients,
sorry,
clients can't access the knowledge base.
the what, I'm sorry?
I want to know if clients can also access the knowledge base, because I know some systems also allow clients to access knowledge base in their account if they create the accounts on their website.
Yes, they are. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So where do you create the knowledge base?
Where do you create the knowledge base?
Yeah. Where do you create the things that are supposed to be in the knowledge base?
Okay, we will get into that point. Okay, so yeah, right now this
Oh,
is just where you see the settings.
okay.
Okay,
All right.
and same goes for the canned responses, but the canned responses can be modified by or can be added by the staff members. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So let's go now to the autoresponder. Okay, so the autoresponder is, the email that is automatically responding to. First is the new ticket. So the one that's going to respond is the ticket owner. New ticket by staff. So it's also coming from the ticket owner. and so on. Okay, so it's just same concept for everyone.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, next, let's go to the alerts and notices. Okay, so this one is, of course, the settings for the notifications and the alerts that you're getting. So for the new ticket alert, where it will be sent out to the admin email, which is the agatibanoble@gmail.com, the department managers, department members, you'll be able to see if your email address is part of which department. It's under the staff. Okay, but later we're going to discuss that.
Okay.
All right, can I just put you on hold for just a minute or two? I'll just check something here real quick. Okay. Hello.
All right. That's fine.
Okay, thank you. Please stay online.
Fine. All right.
Hello, Amma. Amma,
Hello, Mr. Hello, Mr.
yes,
Aboku.
you can pause your screen and do what you're doing. You are, the session is being recorded and you are just displaying everything.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for waiting. Hello.
Okay, thank you too.
Thank you so much for waiting.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, so I'm not seeing your screen right now. Should I send the permission request? Okay, there.
No, I've shared it again.
Okay, I can see it right now. Give me a second. There you go. So we are in the alerts and notices. Let's go now to the manage. Let's go to the help topics. Okay, so under the help topics, these are the different types of topics that your clients can choose when they're creating a ticket. So if you go to the help desk URL, I think you have it open on the other tab, the last tab. No, the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
hello.
click open a new ticket. Okay. I guess, do you have a login?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I think it's much better if you just go back to the service desk settings and allow guest users to create ticket, because it's gonna take time if you will create an account. Um, that registration required on top. Just check that one first, and then save. Okay, so that's the help topic, the very first one on the list. If you, yep, that one. So if you want to create another help topic for your clients, for example, you are specifically checking firewalls. So firewall issue, you should create a help topic for firewall issue. Then if your clients will have to go here and report a problem about the firewall, then they can just select that one on top. Okay.
Okay.
And of course, after the help topics, you have the ticket filters. So if you are going to create a filter for the incoming tickets for a specific help topic, then it will be helpful for you because you'll be able to organize your tickets. Okay, so that's let's go back to the settings or to the manage. No, no, we're done with the help topics. We go now to the ticket filters. Okay, so this is where you can create a ticket. So for example, uh, a ticket has been created because of your client is reporting a firewall issue or a workstation or a server issue, then you'll be able to filter it. Okay, so you can go for the filter rules. If you click one more rule, and by the way, you can use the condition to match all or match any. So that's just for the interval. So you can put 10, 15, active, and then the target channel. So if it's coming from any, because we have different ways of getting the ticket, right? The web form is that the wintis.servicedesk.comodo URL. The API calls is the Comodo client communication agent. The emails,
Mm.
so the incoming emails, uh, but there's no specific for automated and what was the other one that's missing here? The ticket inside the creation of the ticket inside the portal, so won't be able to filter those.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's go for the filter rules. So you can create like a criteria for matching all or matching any of your conditions. So if you click one more rule just right beside it, that's where you can create your conditions. No, on the right side, yep, that one. And just like what I was saying earlier, you can use the help topics to filter out the incoming tickets. So if the topic is all about the firewall, then you can put it on a specific or do some specific actions. Yeah, that one, help topic. Yep, and then the operator that contains and the ID should be in the help topics. I'm not sure, but I think this is case sensitive. So if you put a capital F for the firewall, then you should use a capital F for that as well. Okay, but you can also use different filtering conditions there, not just the help topic. Like for example, if it's coming from a specific organization, or if you are asking for another data when a ticket has been created, then you can filter out that one as well. Okay, and
Okay,
this.
but
Mhm.
we can also leave that.
Sorry?
You can leave it like that.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
of
have a
course,
pen on it.
the department, the priority, the SLA plans should be selected as well. Um, right now, I can see only default settings from here. But these are basically the the actions that they can do as soon as you receive a ticket with that particular conditions.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Do you have any questions about ticket filtering?
No, we can move on.
Okay, let's move now to the SLA plans. Okay. So you probably are familiar with creating SLAs. And actually, there's not much of a thing that should be discussed here. This is just where you can create your SLA plans that you can associate to your tickets. Okay?
Yeah.
So if your client is
Okay.
requiring, or if you have an agreement with your client to finish the job for servers for 12 hours or 24 hours, then this is where you do it. Okay? Uh, next is the API keys. So this is if you have specific applications that you can use to create a ticket. Um, you can get an API to put it in here. You just have to get the API key so the service desk portal can recognize it. Okay. So when you're creating a ticket filter,
Okay.
and you are creating a filter for API calls, then you have another channel of creating a ticket for your clients. For example, if you're not so comfortable of the submitting a ticket using the Comodo client communication and you want your own software to create a ticket for them, then you can do that. You can just get the API key and put it in here. Okay?
All right.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the pages. So earlier I showed you under the settings and the company wherein you can see the offline, the thank you, and the landing page. So this is where you can modify them and you can add another page if you want to. But these are the default and active pages. All right. So if you go ahead and click landing, that's the very first thing that comes up to your help desk URL. And if you want to change the message that is actually here right now, which is a general message for every client, then you can put your own message down here.
Okay.
Okay. So same goes for the others, the offline and the thank you page. You can
Oh,
customize them if you want. Okay. Next is the
oh.
forms. So under the forms, these are uh, the things that you see here into the internal forms of the service desk portal and also for the help desk URL. So the help desk URL is the ticket details. That contact information is for under the settings and then or sorry, that's under the users and then contacts. For the company information, that's under the settings and then the company, just if you want to add more information about your company, and the organization, that's in the staff panel and then organization. Okay, but you don't actually have to really go there, but I'm just going to show you one here in the ticket details. If you click the ticket details right now, okay, so these are the usual information that is being asked for the customer. The issue summary, issue details, priority level, asset type, category, and subcategory. So if you want to add more information, like for example, you want to know the type of the device that they're having problems with. Or for example, if you want to know if they want to schedule a remote session, so yeah, they can put it in there. So for example, if you scroll down, just type in the word test so we can easily see it under the subcategory. Put the word test in there, and the short answer will be fine. And this checkbox right here is, I think, if it's required or not required, and the other one is if it's an internal or an external information. So external, yeah, the first one is for internal or external. Internal means that, of course, this information can only be seen and can only be made by the staff members or by the technician. Okay, but if it's
Okay.
not an internal information, then that should be coming from your clients. So if they go to the help desk URL, they'll be able to see this. Okay, you can also put a checkbox. I guess it's much better if you leave it unchecked because, no, the internal. Leave it unchecked so we can see it into the help desk URL. The required the required thing is okay. You can leave it on so you will see an asterisk, and that signifies that you cannot proceed with the creation of the ticket if it's empty. So let's go and save this one and then go to the help desk URL. No, if you scroll down, there you have the test field right above the CAPTCHA text, and there's a checkbox since that's that you requested.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's where you add more question or field to the ticket forms or to your contact information, to your company information or organization information if you just want to add more details. Okay,
Okay.
all right, so let's go to the next one, to the lists. This list is connected to the forms. So this is just where you create your list for the drop downs that should be into the form. So for example, you're giving up or you're giving out options to your clients when they're creating a ticket, and when you ask the question, um, you are from what company? For example, you're adding a field to the forms to input the company information. Okay, just an example. So you can put a drop down. So add new custom list. Yeah, for example, our services, and then you go to the items. That's where you put your options. So add new item. Uh, let's say just 1, 2, and 3, just for an example. No, separately. Let's do 1 here, and then add new item,
Okay.
and then 2, and then number 3. and then save it. Oops. Okay. So if you go back to the forms, oh, you only have one in here. I think there's only one. No, no, no. Here are the items. Click add new item, and then 2, and then 3. And then scroll down, save changes.
Oh, I think every one you add, you have to save it.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then let's go now to the forms. No, 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 not there. Forms under the manage. So let's change the test for the ticket details. Go to the ticket details. Scroll down. And then, yeah, under the test, you have a checkbox. Change it to a custom list. No, no, no. On the checkbox, you have test and then checkbox. Change the checkbox to a different to a custom list. Yeah, the R services. That's what you made. And then just click Save
Okay.
Changes. And then go back to the help desk URL. Refresh. Leave page. Hello? Hello? I'm not hearing anything on your end right now. Hello,
It
Emma?
looks like we lost Amma also.
Yeah, I think we
Okay,
lost them.
she's
Hello, Emma?
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
think the line went off.
yeah. But yeah, as you can see under the test, we have now a drop down and it showed you the list that you just created. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's for the lists. Let's go now to the next one, which is the assets. All right. So basically, this is just where you can create your assets and the hourly rate. Okay. And this is global rates. So if you don't have any contracts associated to a specific company, it will follow the default global rate. Okay. So the
Okay.
contract, if you're not really familiar with it, I discussed it with Patrick yesterday. That's where you can create an hourly rate for a specific asset, a specific type of asset. Okay. Now, if, for example, that asset is something that you're not really, using or you're not going to work into, then you can just use the others or add a new asset in here. Okay. Do you have any question about the assets?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's just the name and then the hourly rate. Okay, but then again, this is a default global rate that is going to be applied to everyone if they are not or they don't have a contract with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So let's go to the materials. So the materials are being assigned by a staff member to a specific ticket if, for example, they used a specific material when they're working on it. Okay, so yeah, this is where you can add the materials. I can see they have added a few, and they can use these materials to the tickets. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So yeah, that's for the materials. Let's go now to the emails. So for the emails, this is where you can add the emails that should be associated with your service desk portal. Right now, you only have one, which is the automated response to your clients. And if you want to create a new email, for example, helpdesk at wintistechnologies.com. If you're creating an email that accepts incoming emails and fetching emails to create the ticket for you automatically, then you have to set up the incoming setting. So
Okay.
if you scroll down, there's an incoming setting there. Fetching email by IMAP or POP. So you have to enable that and then set up or put the setting for your email. I'm not really sure what's the host name that you should use here, but for Google, it is imap.gmail.com. For others like AT&T, it's I'm not sure. I think it's imap.att.com or .net. But yeah, we have different settings for different email addresses, right? Do you host
Yeah, sure.
Do you host your own email? Your
Yeah,
own
we
email
do.
addresses? Okay, so yeah, you should know the host name then. So that's what you should put in there.
Yeah.
And then the port number and the protocol that it uses, if it's POP or IMAP, and so on. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, but as soon as you set that up, you should just go back to the settings and then emails to enable the email fetching. So the next time that an email comes into this help desk at wintistechnologies.com, you'll be able to receive a ticket. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So now let's go to the ban list. So for the ban list, this is just where you add the email addresses that you don't want to create a ticket. Okay, so for example, x@y.com is a prank user that creates a ticket as always, or bombarding you with different kinds of reports that is not you know a real report. So then you can just ban that email address. So the next time he tries to create a ticket, then it will be blocked automatically. Okay,
Okay.
for the templates. So this is just the email templates that you can use to easily respond to your clients, or you can also use that as you know default or auto respond emails. Okay, but
Okay.
there are default emails down there already, the internal note alert, the new message alert, and so on. Now next is the agnostic. For the diagnostic, this is just if you want to test the outgoing email capability of the email address that you have added here. So we have an SMTP setting under the emails, right? So we can set up the
Yeah.
outgoing settings. So if you feel like your setting is not working, you can test it out by sending an email using this one. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Um, Next is the timesheets. I discussed the timesheets yesterday with Patrick, and this is just where your technicians can, you know, get all the tickets that they worked on for a specific time frame. For example, for this week. So in the timesheets, they have the option to update all the tickets, meaning you will get all the tickets from that specific time frame, and they can submit it to the admin. And this is where the admin can approve or reject the submitted timesheets. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So basically that's just for an approval and if you want to reject the submitted timesheet. Okay? Next is the staff. Hello? Hello? I think we lost her again.
Hello, Ama. Hello, Ama.
Hello, Emma? Yeah, I think we lost her again.
I think our network is not weak.
Mm-hmm.
Our internet here is not very good.
Oh, okay.
Let me give her a call. Okay, is she back? Ama,
Yeah. Hello. I'm back.
Okay,
she's
there you
back.
go. Okay, so yeah, let's go. Did you hear what I said about the timesheets?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great. So let's move now to the staff. So staff members is just the same list that you get from the Comodo 1 level where you add your staff members. Uh, Same goes for the roles, but you can create specific roles in here. All right. And
Okay.
the roles that is um, we have different access rights for each roles in the Comodo 1 level. All right. But the roles in here is different. They have the same name, account admin, admin, and technician, but they have different access. Okay. So if you click, for
Oh.
example, the technician, there is a setting for can create tickets, can edit tickets, can post reply, can close, and so on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now the departments. So for the department, we also have different roles. Okay, so for example, for the sales, first the department information, and then the outgoing email setting, which email it's going to use to respond to your clients. For example, you have a specific email address for customer A. Then when your staff member is part of a specific department, of the sales department, for example, and they respond to to your client, they will use a different email address. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, just a few settings for the departments. So next, do you have any question about departments?
No.
Now let's go to the timesheet templates. So yesterday with Patrick, as far as I can remember, he was trying to select the templates. But this is where you can create a template for your employees or for the technicians if they're creating a timesheet for themselves. So they don't have to create one selecting specific time frame and create their own. So it'll be easier for them to create their own timesheet. Did you add one already? What happened?
Yeah, I got one. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Uh, you are already in the timesheet for the monthly. So if you click timesheet templates again on the left panel, there you go. So you have the monthly timesheet template.
Okay.
Okay, and you can add your activity here. So for example, yeah, that one, add new activity. And then let's say reporting. And then if you go to the staff panel,
Like the staff members. Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
yeah.
no, staff panel, yep. And then the My Timesheets. No, in the left panel we have the My Timesheets and the main menu. Yep, that one. And then create new timesheet. Yep, and then monthly, for example, and the month. Actually, you can select the date here, or I mean the template here already. Let's say for the month of May. And then the select them. So there. So under the monthly, you have the reporting and other types of activity that you know that may occur during the monthly period. Okay. So for example,
Okay.
um, you as the administrator wants to put or to associate or maybe assign something for your staff member, like he will also within the month period he will also do reporting, he will also do you know like overtime for a specific job that you want him to do. You can put it on your template already.
Okay.
Okay, so if there are just additional things that you would want them to add on the things that they will have to do for a specific time frame, and if they need to add more, they can just click add new line under the timesheets, and of course all of this is still upon the approval of the admin.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, let's go
All
back to
right.
the admin panel. And then under the staff, we have the material approval. Okay, so under the material approval, this is where you approve all the materials that has been used by your staff members. So just like for this one, the cost for this material is 52, and it was used for the ticket number 18. Okay, so it is still awaiting for approval. Then you can just check the box and then approve or reject it. Okay, so now let's go to the announcements. So for the announcements, this is where you can send out an information to all of the users of your service desk portal. And when I say the user, it is everyone that has created the ticket for you. So the old users that might have terminated the contract with you already may also receive the announcement. So before you send out announcement, and if it's a critical announcement, you have to make sure that your users is up to date.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so let's go to the reports. And the last thing that we will have to discuss actually. So for the reporting, we actually have a flexible way of filtering your reports. So we can filter it by time log, the cost, the tickets, the assets, the departments, and the agents. And for each one of this, we actually have different fields that you can use to filter out your reports. And this reports is going to be in a CSV format, so it'll be easier for you to understand the reports. Yeah, we don't have anything in here, but these are the fields that you will see for the reports. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, do you have any question for now?
No. No question.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know if I can answer.
how about you, Patrick?
I'm following. I'm okay.
Okay. Well, if ever you have any questions with any of the things that we have discussed about Comodo One, just let me know. You have my email address. I'm also going to be your personal product engineer. And by the way, one last thing. I believe, let me just double check here. I believe Jimlin spoke to me yesterday. And what happened? Were you able to speak with Jimlin, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. Yes. So um, I'm supposed to get back here with some information, which
Mm.
we are still discussing on. I will get back
Oh,
as
okay.
soon as
But do you
possible.
have a scheduled call with her?
No, she's supposed to send me an email.
Send the what?
of
I'm sorry.
what an email.
Email about what?
What we discussed yesterday, and then she's supposed to give me some marketing tools. I mean, some information that I will use to make a presentation to GN Bank. Because I was letting her know that we were bidding for the contract with Symantec.
Ah, okay.
She was going to give me some information that will help me make a better presentation to GN Bank. So I'm still waiting for her.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll let her know. So, yeah, again, if there are any technical questions that you have about the, the applications and to the entire Comodo One platform, just let me know. I'll answer it as much as I can. And if there are questions about the paid tools that we offer in the Comodo store, you can ask Jim Lane to find who's the perfect person to help you out with these products. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
But if it's for the free products, you can let me know. Okay?
that's okay.
Okay. So
That's okay.
thanks so much for your time, Amma, Patrick, and you can also say my hello to Andrew. And if ever you have any questions, again, just reach me out. Okay?
So thank you very much, Ezekiel, for your time and
All right.
your
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And everyone have a nice day. Okay?
We are grateful.